The role of a public official is not just to serve the public, oftentimes not, look at Rob Ford, there are a lot who aren't serving the public, but to create mythology. That's why there are press conferences, press releases, press secretaries. They spin everything.
Yeah.
And then they sell it, and they're really good at it. So our job is to pull back the curtain. Their job is to obfuscate a little bit and make sure that the news is the way they want it. So that's a relationship that should exist.
I was reading something the other day where I think it was the Obama administration was doing their own press conferences and issuing their own photographs and not letting reporters into certain meetings. And this seems to be a trend because the technology of the internet and mass communications is now being adopted by press agents and public relations experts.
As it should.
Which was an inevitable development.
Inevitable. And the Obama administration, of course, has been worse in terms of going after the press and its sources than all previous administrations combined. They've taken more action under Eric Holder in the Justice Department and Obama. So, you know, this idea that journalists lean to the left by nature in general, you know, if that's true, then Obama is a disappointment to journalists for a whole nother set of reasons. They've really been tough. And
well, they've gone after whistleblowers with more aggressiveness. Obama's gone after other people who are alleged leakers and pursued them and had the FBI arrest them in their shower.
And James Risen is facing jail from the New York Times, and I mean, there's a whole list. So
it was reasonable, it seems to me, for Snowden to say there is no whistleblower protection. If I surface this information to the press, because he never got, to our knowledge, paid by a foreign government or paid by a press organization. So his motive had to be, in his own mind, you know, exposing information that was in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, the conundrum for journalists with Edward Snowden is, you know, is the whole traitor issue. Is it appropriate? And, you know, we take a sort of snooty position in a sense, but appropriate one with a lot of these leakers. They're like, hey, if the information is good, you know, we're not going to care where it came from. And the reality is that without Snowden, we would not have had a national debate, and policy on the NSA and secrecy and collection of data has changed as a result.
Yeah, no question about it.